Hi, I'm Jamie Forbes, and this is Jorg Paal. Paal?
Yes, correct.
At the Galerie Thomas. We're at the Armory show in New York for Fine Art Magazine. And I just wanted to ask you, Jorg, about the Jim Dine parrot. You're the exclusive representative of Jim Dine in Germany.
In Germany,
correct?
that's absolutely right.
And the gallery is in Munich.
Yes,
correct?
we are located in Munich. And we got two galleries actually in Munich. We got a Galerie Thomas Modern, which is dealing with, for example, Jim Dine, or we're having right now a John Mitchell exhibition up from the 50s.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, no, that's a very strong one.
Yes.
And we're just preparing Jim Dine's next exhibition in Munich right now. But we were so happy to get this king parrot for our booth here in New York already.
The king parrot is fabulous.
Isn't it?
It's just ever so slightly a breath of fresh air from Jim Dine. I'm not accustomed to seeing the sculptures.
Yes.
So it's lovely that you have this. If people want to find you on the internet, it's
just Google Galerie Thomas. You know,
Okay.
it's quite. You're gonna find it everywhere.
because this is going to hit the net and then we'll be seen.
All right,
Okay.
perfect.
Perfect. And then were we going to go over to some of the works from the past? Can you describe some of these pieces for
Sure.
us?
You know, Galerie Thomas is for the last 45 years the leading gallery for German Expressionism and for classical modern. So we brought with us a little selection of Emil Nolde and of course this beautiful Kandinsky, which is from the classical Bauhaus period. So it's dated 1924. It's one of the very rare pieces. You just recently have seen the show at the Guggenheim, you know. So of course it was tempting for us very much to bring such a beautiful piece with us. But as well we are showing a lot of Jawlensky's work, which we have on display, isn't it? Yes. Now that's as well an earlier one from 1927,
Right.
and this is just giving a little overview of our material we are dealing in.
Now,
Munich.
when he had shown, who did he show with in 1927? Who were his contemporaries?
Oh, you know, he was showing in Wiesbaden. I don't recall the gallery's name right now. Even it is
Artists
quite
he was
known.
shown with? Would you know that?
Oh yeah, sure. I mean, Emil Nolde and as well Kandinsky.
Okay.
You know, so this is the classical German Expressionism program, of course, and we even have a bigger selection next week at the Maastricht Art Fair as well. We're going to show there as well with a lot more material of the classical ones.
Oh, excellent. And then the sculpture is Archipenko?
That's not Archipenko. We just had a show in Munich about half a year ago, and we're working direct with the estate of Archipenko, so we're quite happy to always have some nice
Excellent.
selections.
And what made you select his work? His work is so outstanding, in my opinion.
Oh, it
and he's
is.
somewhat overlooked.
Yeah, but not anymore. You know,
excellent.
lately, the last 2-3 years,
excellent.
public got very much aware of his work. You know, very important in his context is as well the patina. Of course, the shape in general, but the patina. This is something very special. Archipenko. He was a master of creating a fantastic patina, which you see with this piece here.
I guess all of the late 20th century, early 20th century sculptors followed the patina.
Yes, absolutely right.
Yeah.
That's perfect. Absolutely right. Yes.
Follow that.
And here we got some very classical seascapes by Emil Nolde, who was an absolute master of watercolor. You know, watercolor doesn't forgive you any little mistake. If you do a mistake in it, you cannot correct it. And he is one of the most famous ones in that context, probably the most famous one with watercolors.
Well, these are incredibly clean, but also they are very emotive of a free internal expression, while bringing you a figurative description of the landscape you will see.
Yeah.
Very lovely. The colors,
Thank
the
you.
color palette is incredible.
Yes, that indeed it is, you know, and you see as well with this one over here, which is getting close to an abstraction already, you know, just of course the sky, the seascape, and a black steamboat here, and even the steam appears like the clouds in the air,
I
you
love
know,
it.
so it's a
That's
mixture.
fabulous.
It's
That's
really an
a
amazing one.
fabulous
Yes,
piece.
we're quite happy to have it here.
Unbelievable application of watercolor.
Thank you very much. It is.
I love this one. The waves are meeting the sky, and it must be dusk or dawn. And I love the way the clouds are puffing through and talking.
Yeah, absolutely right. That's, I mean, you know, what's so nice about these as well, it's like, we dealers, we are galleries, always love to talk about art, you know, but if we have a close look at it, you know, we don't have anything to say. I mean, it's self-describing, you know, it is really, look at it and you get the entire feeling of it.
Fabulous. And this last piece.
As well, you know, this is a similar topic like we have seen before. We see a classical seascape with the clouds and with another steamboat, which is very difficult to see, but that's part of it, you know, that you don't recognize it right away. Very important in that context.
Is it a river or an ocean?
No, it's really an ocean. You know, he was living in the north of Germany,
that's interesting.
where the ocean is, so that was perfect.
Oh, fabulous.
You know. And maybe as well to lead you to one further painting, which is kind of closing the gap between Galerie Thomas Classic and Galerie Thomas Modern, which is right over here. That is early Joseph Albers painting from 1956. You know, the colors are just amazing. It's very rare that you have this kind of pinkish situation and you got a 1, 2, 3, 4 color situation, which is exceptional in this context. Yes, very much. You know, a client of mine got in yesterday and said, "Oh, take a look at Peter Halley's work, you know, nowadays." And if we are thinking about this one, it's done in 1956. Just unbelievable.
The imaginative artist on the frontier. Those who braved the frontier. I was a friend of Pousset Dart, and I believe he braved the frontier.
Absolute right. You're absolute right.
And they just catch a rhythm or a beat that no one else can lay hands on.
Yes, you're absolute right.
Well, thank you, Jorg. And
you're deeply welcome.
The names of the galleries again.
It's Galerie Thomas Classic. We are from Munich. Plus, we have as well a second gallery which is called Galerie Thomas Modern. Right at the center of Munich, and very easy to find on the internet.
Thank you. And I'm Jamie Forbes. We're from Fine Art Magazine, and we're here at the Armory show in New York. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.
My pleasure.